Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to show you the iOS update, iOS 15 update 4, so it'll be iOS 15.4. So I'm in settings, so if we go to software update, we have iOS 15.4. So here's what it adds. It adds the ability to unlock Face ID while wearing a mask on iPhone 12 and newer. Now, here is the kicker. I am using an iPhone 11, so I will try this with the iPhone 11 to see if it works. And if it works, that means that it'll work on the iPhone 11 as the oldest. So, this update also includes new emoji, new voice options for Siri, and other features and bug fixes for your phone. Some features may not be available for all regions on all Apple devices. For information security of Apple software updates, please visit that. I visit that in an older video. Certain regions may not allow certain features due to certain regulations. That's all this is. So as you can see, it is iOS 15.4. It's done by Apple Inc. When you go buy an Apple computer, you buy it from Apple Inc. It is a 1.23 gigabytes. So that's 1.23 gigabytes. It's pretty big. So for even, I should say it's actually not that big nowadays, but for a firmware update, that's pretty huge. Because it updates everything and does this, it updates core components and stuff like that. So this is, so going back here, it says mask on iPhone 12 and newer. So if you have an iPhone 12 and you're wearing a mask, and you already have it set up, it should work. But I will try this on my iPhone 11. Okay, so I'm going to turn it back this way. I'm going to click download and install. Alright, so now it's going to download it. I am connected to my Wi-Fi, so it should download and install. I'm trying to install it right now. I am having a little bit of issue here. Alright. We'll go back. Alright, it said update requested. So here's the cool thing about this. You see the gear that's turning? I never noticed this, but this happened on iPadOS a long time ago. So if you're wondering if it's working or not, just look at the gear. So it says about 5 minutes remaining. Hopefully it'll download it faster. But this is a pretty big update. So let's go to the support page for the meantime. And this gives you all the information. So as I stated, each Apple device has its own OS. iOS is what you use for your phone. iPadOS is used for iPad. macOS is obviously Mac OS. And then you have tvOS, and then for your watch you have watchOS. They give it different names so that way when you go to the Apple Store or anything like that, say, hey, I have a problem with the operating system on my watch, they automatically know it's watchOS. So if we look here, you have tvOS for Apple TV. So that's how Apple can tell the difference between things. So and certain features are only available on certain operating systems as well. And this is all the stuff that it does. So we're going to go. Okay, so it's down to 2 minutes now. And yes, I will try the face mask unlock. So it still says about 2 minutes remaining. So what'll happen, just like the last time, it will go dark, and then what'll happen is the OS will update itself. But it'll also do preparing. And once it's done preparing, it will update it. So all right. So it said update requested. So hopefully I will get the update. Now what the requested means is I asked it to allow me to update it. So it downloaded it. It just needs a request to update. So it still says update requested. Oh, here we go. It had to re-download certain things. That's all that was, is it had to re-download certain things. I've had that happen once before. Yes, I know, the screen keeps going to sleep on me. There we go. So now it should work now. Every once in a while you do have update issues with the server, or it's not quite ready yet. That happened to me on a desktop computer, actually. So hopefully this time it'll do it. Now it should say preparing like I said before. So once it says preparing, we know it's going to succeed in updating. And here we go. And it says update requested again. So what this means is that the update itself is most likely not available, and that's why it's doing this. Okay, here is why the phone is not updating. I accidentally turned off download iOS updates, so if I turn that back on and click install, we shouldn't have an issue. So here's how you do it. You go to General, you go to Software Updates, you go to Automatic Updates. Now it is preparing the update. So this is where I was trying to get to before I realized that. I accidentally turned that setting off. Do not turn that setting off if you want an update. So let me show you how to get there. So you go to General, you go to Software Updates, and click Automatic Updates. Otherwise, what's going to happen is it's going to try to request it. It's going to keep requesting and requesting and requesting and requesting, and you're not going to be able to get where you need to go. So, General, Software Update. So now it's preparing the update. So I thought it was unavailable, but the update is available. Without that option on, it will not even prepare it for you. It'll just keep requesting. So you go to Automatic Update, download, and install. Otherwise, it won't do it. So I'll let this update and I'll be back after that. Alright, so the phone is now totally updated. So if I click software update, we are up to date. So go back to general. Here's what we have. We have AirDrop off, just like we did last time, AirPlay and handoff. What that means is I could, not only can I watch it, I can also hand it off to the next person. I have picture in picture. Meaning, if I'm on a phone call, excuse me, if I'm on a video chat, FaceTime, excuse me. Sorry, I'm used to working with PCs. FaceTime, what'll happen is up in the corner, you'll get your picture in the big picture. You have Apple CarPlay, iPhone storage. So it did update a few things. So if we go to accessibilities, I can do voiceover, zoom, all the usual things. So we go back to general. Picture in picture. That was a big thing with TVs back in the 90s. What that would do is basically, me and my sister would do this. I wanted to watch one thing and she wanted to watch another. Well, instead of arguing about it, what we would do is take turns using the picture in picture. So what we would do is go to the input. We're back here. I could download fonts. So basically, this is really cool. You could do the same thing like you do on a desktop PC or a laptop. You could add fonts and change. Face ID. So basically, everything is the same. I have the personal hotspot and all that. So I'm going to go back to general here. USB accessories. Basically, there's an USB accessories for this. There is a device, a USB device that will back up data from your phone, but you have to allow it. And there's one, and what's nice about it is there's one that technicians use to test your phone. So everything is the same. If you go to About, there we go. It's all up to date. So anyway, with that said, that is it for this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and click that bell for more notifications.